What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Happy Monday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. Go ahead and check them out in the description to this video. They are linked there for you as usual. So we had a Texas 3-star map that we're going to go ahead and review first, and it was lots of hail across the state, so stay tuned for that. And then we've got a windy day today expected for parts of the Pacific Northwest. That's really the gist of today. We also have a potential wind threat in West Texas tomorrow. So I'm going to go over all of our wind risks. And then getting into late week for Texas. It's possible that we could see more organized storms as well as more risks on the table, more than just wind. So going to take a look at that setup later on. And then we got your 5cast coming up as well. But before all of our weather, come see us at the Atlas All-Stars Stadium Tour. The next event is going to be in Denver, Colorado at the Coors Field, May 18th. So get on out to Denver and see the sports stadiums. And Derek, he's going to be the keynote speaker at that. We got prizes, giveaways, lots of reasons to come. You guys can go ahead and register for that at atlasroofing.com/events. So then into our hailstorm highlight for yesterday. Lots of swaths across the board there, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. The map name is San Antonio, Eagle Pass, Georgetown, Texas hail, and those are a few of the areas that got hit there. In the Eagle Pass area, got some large hail all the way out into the Fair Oaks Branch, San Antonio region. Got some quarters making their way into San Antonio. Then once you get up to Round Rock, into Gatesville, more hail to go around. Killeen got some quarters, Round Rock got some ping pong golf ball size stones as well. And then really large hail, that's where our max hail size is coming from that Hamilton swath. Got 3 inches with that storm that really got going there through parts of central Texas. Then once you got to the north end of our risk, we did get a storm that split, tried to make its way up into DFW, didn't quite make it. Got some isolated quarters through the city, but that's the best it could do, making its way through Dallas proper. But we did get some ping pong balls through Claiborne, got some larger hail as well down through Mexia. So with all of those swaths combined, over 395,000 homes hit from these storms on Friday, so it makes that a 3-star map. Go ahead and check that out. You can click the link in our description and you can get a demo of our products, or go ahead and scan that QR code if you want to sign up and view that map. Or if you're already a Hail Trace subscriber, go ahead and check that out. Lots of hail to go around for you guys in Texas last Friday. Now into today, totally different story. Look at all that clear, sunny, beautiful air across most of the central U.S. The only real area with a chance to see storms is where we've got a little bit of rain and cloud cover working its way through the Pacific Northwest, all the way from Nevada up into Washington State. Could continue to see some rain showers, and a couple of those bring in some gusty winds with them along through this afternoon and evening. But really gorgeous day if you're really anywhere else in the U.S. right now. 73 degrees in Dallas and 81 in Houston. That's really the warmest it's going to be for most of the nation here. And then once you work your way up into Oklahoma and parts of the Ohio Valley, getting a little bit chillier, but overall mostly sitting in the mid 50s to 60s, sunny skies. So really great day to get out and about after work today. If you're looking to do that, go knock on some doors or just have a good time, spend some time outside before the next round of storms moves through. So here's that first system that's still kind of lingering through the East Coast, and this is kind of going to affect our setup into the next few days. This sucker really is not budging. There it is by Tuesday at noon. We're going to see some little shortwave troughs coming off of this main trough, and that could potentially get us some isolated, disorganized storms. But really, we're going to have this trough that's just blocking everything else from making its way through. So while this is sitting in the northwest, we're going to have a ridging pattern through the central plains, building up some heat, building up some humidity, and it's going to stay like that through Wednesday. And then into Thursday, Now it's starting to move out of the way. Now we have the second trough getting room to make its way through the Central Plains, likely going to lift up to the north and to the east, but with it we could see some cold front action, could potentially get more organized storms into your Thursday once this trough finally moves off into the Atlantic. So we got to kind of wait for that for the next few days. So while we have some, again, disorganized storms, we still have storms nonetheless. So on our forecast radar here, you got those scattered rain showers tracking through Nevada, through Northern California, into Oregon and Washington. Going to kind of linger like that for the next few hours. There it is by 8 p.m. Starting to get more storm coverage through Oregon. And a couple of those could get some rumbles of thunder as well as some higher winds going along with them. Pretty much going to stay with that setup through the late evening, through the overnight, before that starts to sink down into Northern California. Should clear out a little bit in Oregon by tomorrow morning, but while that lasts, could get some higher winds. This is what we kind of got for our forecast wind gusts. See those higher winds staying mostly in Nevada until things start to kind of creep their way up to the north in the late evening, tracking through Oregon with some gusts in the 40s, 50s, maybe a couple pushing 60 until we clear out into Tuesday morning. So going to highlight that for you in our severe wind risk for the Pacific Northwest region into today. Anywhere from Winnemucca, Nevada, all the way up into Pendleton, Oregon, could potentially see 1 or 2 wind gusts reaching 60 miles an hour. It's going to be very scattered today, but some gusts nonetheless. So if you're in that highlighted area, make sure you're weather aware, waiting on those wind gusts to pass through into tomorrow. Then for tomorrow, got a chance to see potentially some scattered storms, kind of a similar setup, but now we're talking Texas instead of Oregon. Got all those cells tracking off of the Rockies into the high plains, South Plains by tomorrow at 5 p.m. A couple of those could produce some gusty winds as well. Then they're really going to try to get going as they're passing through the Texas Panhandle, parts of West Texas. Could see a couple of those cells producing some higher wind gusts by Tuesday at 10 p.m., continuing off to the east, and then starting to fizzle out by your Wednesday morning. So short-lived chance there to see some severe storms, but a chance nonetheless, and so we're going to put out your wind risk all the way from parts of southern Colorado where those cells form down into the Rio Grande area. Could see some winds up to 60 for you guys. So Las Vegas, Roswell, Midland, Odessa, all the way east into Lubbock area. Could see some gusts tomorrow that, again, are pushing 60 miles an hour. Going to stay pretty isolated like today, but still 1 or 2 of those could get going. So stay tuned if you guys are in the West Texas area or parts of eastern New Mexico. Then last but not least for tomorrow, for Thursday into South Texas here. We could get a couple of scattered storms starting up near, central Texas there, all the way from Lawton, Oklahoma, down into Del Rio area. That corridor could be where those storms initiate by Thursday early afternoon. Then they're going to kind of try to collect themselves, tracking off to the east, and now seeing potential re-intensification down on the southern end of that, which will continue to track off to the east by Thursday evening and into the late night hours, making its way towards Houston by Friday morning. So we'll see what we can get with those. That's when that first trough starts to swing through. We're going to have a dry line setup, and we'll have more for you guys on the overall setup as we get closer to the event. But right now we're watching this for potential severe storms into your Thursday. So this is currently where we could see those storms initiating. It's going to be right along where we're going to get a dry line, right along where that cold front is going to swing through. And so for your Thursday, if you guys are in that corridor, again, like Lawton to Del Rio, could potentially get severe weather into Thursday. Hail, wind, tornadoes, all possible at this moment, and we'll continue to take a look at it as the week progresses. Then last but not least, going to leave you guys with your 5cast if you're in OKC, Denver, or Dallas. So if you're in the Southern Plains, really beautiful for the first few days of the work week here, sitting in the mid-70s. It's been so chilly for the past few weeks, and we're finally starting to feel like summer. So sunny skies in the 70s, starting to get some cloud cover on Wednesday, and then those storms could potentially move through on Thursday, so taking up those rain chances. But the high is still in the 80s, staying in the 80s for your Friday, almost hitting 90 degrees by then, and sunny skies as well. So summer or late spring is finally here for Oklahoma City. Pretty similar story for Dallas, staying in the mid 70s to 80s for the majority of the week. And then we have those storm chances for your Thursday popping up and then, lingering into Friday, but still getting into the 90s by the end of the week here for Dallas. Then for Denver, going to be pretty different than here in the Southern Plains, but staying in the low 70s, working our way up into, the high 70s, almost 80s by Wednesday, before we get some storm chances for you guys on Thursday and your Friday, dropping down once again into the low 70s, but lows are going to be in the 40s and 50s for you guys for the majority of the week. So we're looking forward to having some nice weather finally on the horizon here at the Hail Palace. And, we're going to be watching those storm chances down towards, South Texas later on this week. So stay tuned for that. We'll have more info there. You guys can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. Smash that subscribe button everywhere else. And then to get in contact with us, again, you can scan that QR code up above me, click the link in the description, or if you have any questions or comments, give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check us out at hailtrace.com to find out more info. And we'll let you know what's going on as usual. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.